Welcome back to Own Your Thinking, guys. Now I know y'all looking at the title like, "Hey, what? We went from this point to that point." But listen, my whole thing is this channel is about any topic and every topic, so we can talk about whatever on this channel. Now, boxing is my favorite sport in the world, and I've been watching boxing for almost 20 years, so I feel like I can definitely speak on the current state of boxing. Now, ever since the Floyd Mayweather era ended and he retired, the pay-per-view model has slowly decreased and went down. Now we are in a point where all the biggest promotions are all having their fights promoted on the DAZN network, which is such a step in the right direction, because if you weren't a big star in boxing, then you couldn't draw, because like I said, the pay-per-view model. So if you're not a star, people were losing money. But you have all your fights in one place, everybody under one umbrella. Now you can make the biggest fights because everyone's all on one network. So you don't have to worry about where it's going to be. Only thing you have to worry about is your venue and, your splits and everything like that, which is amazing, because for the first time since I've been watching boxing, it's good to see everybody on one platform. Now, here's my problem with the current state of boxing. It's a lot of talking, but not a lot of fighting. And that's very upsetting, because we have some really stacked divisions. With lightweight was a stacked division, but now it's not as much. Welterweight is a stacked division. Junior middleweight is a stacked division, and the heavyweight division is starting to be more entertaining than it was in the past, because you have multiple guys who can compete at a high level instead of just maybe one or two. So definitely I've seen divisions get to where they need to be, but the bigger fights aren't being made. When it comes to the junior welterweight division, which is the 140 pound division, sitting at the top of that division was Teofimo Lopez until he lost to Shakur Stevenson earlier this year. Now, Shakur Stevenson is reigning atop as the Ring and WBO champion at 140 pounds. He recently signed to Zuffa, which I think was a bad decision, because Zuffa doesn't really offer the best amount of talent as far as the 140 division goes. But if it was a money thing why he went there, I could definitely understand. It makes sense. So the reason why I started with Shakur is because Shakur said he was supposed to fight. He would agree to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. That never materialized. He agreed to fight Devin Haney at 144. That never materialized. Also, Devin Haney's mother passed away recently, so I just want to say my condolences to Devin Haney's mother, and prayers are definitely with his family. And I definitely hope they can get through this difficult time, because losing your parent is something I haven't experienced. But we all experience it, whether we like it or not, and we're never prepared for that. So I definitely just want to give my thoughts on that. And the comments made by Gervonta Davis are despicable. I don't care. I come from a place where we don't disrespect the dead. I know that's kind of common now with all the young people disrespecting dead people. I don't do that. And I come from an era where we don't do that. So definitely condolences go out to Devin Haney. Now, Shakur also said that he had he also agreed that he would fight O'Shaquie Foster at 140 pounds. And none of this stuff has materialized, y'all. Like, at all. Now, none of this was, there was no contracts or anything like that. I'm not sure if any offers were sent, and if any offers were sent, it doesn't look like they were rejected. Then you go to Keyshawn Davis trying to make a fight with Devin Haney. He was the mandatory at 147. I'm thinking that this fight is going to happen. I think that's one of the best fights in boxing that you can make. And then that didn't materialize. So now it just seems like, okay, everyone is saying they want to fight people, but nobody is fighting people. The only people I've seen that said they fight somebody and they fought them is Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero. They just fought this past Saturday. And while I do think that the matchup was entertaining, I don't think that they both gave it their all because they're friends or whatever. But still, nonetheless, I definitely think that it's good to see people who even claim that they're friends, brothers, even get out there and fight to put on something special for boxing, instead of being like, oh, I never fight this person. I'm sorry. When it comes to boxing, I'm a warrior. I feel like that's how people should view themselves. Like, I'm a warrior. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to fight whoever, whenever, whatever the circumstances. I just don't understand how people keep ducking. You know what I'm saying? Canelo ducked David Benavidez. You know what I mean? He was his mandatory for what, like 2 years? That's weird, bro. Like, I don't understand why people keep ducking people. Like, definitely just fight people. It's okay to lose. The people in who fought, you know, back in the day, they lost. All of our greats lost. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. Sugar Ray Robinson lost. Muhammad Ali lost. You know what I'm saying? The greats, they have losses. And some people who did end their careers undefeated fought in a period of time where the competition just wasn't good enough for them. You know, like Joe Calzaghe or Terrence Crawford even. I think Terrence Crawford fought in a period of time where, because the bigger names ducked him, he wasn't able to fight the best competition. He had to wait till he was almost in his 40s to fight elite competition and prove why he was better. So, and even though I have a lot of opinions about Terrence Crawford's biggest wins, you can't take it away from him because he won. No matter what you want to say, he won. But back to the current state of boxing, because this is about current people and Terrence Crawford is retired. Now, like I said, another person I don't see duck and smoke is Boots. Now, I do think he did duck Vergil Ortiz when they were supposed to be on the, I think it was the Better Bivol 2 undercard. I think they were supposed to fight on that, but Vergil Ortiz ended up fighting Israel Madrigal. I think that's how you say it. But that's the only time I feel like he does. But any other thing, I feel like the guy wants to fight any and everybody. And he's making the fights happen. He just beat Xander Zayas to become unified at 154, and I think that's amazing. I want to see more of that. I'm not seeing more of that. And even Alexander Usyk, who just vacated all of his titles at heavyweight, and I feel like he was ducking fighting anybody. Like, I think he could have fought Fabio Warley. I think he could have fought Moses Atama. I think he could have fought Agit Kabayel, who I think is most deserving of the challenge. However, he ain't even doing that. So when I make this video, I'm not making this video to bash people. I'm just making it to say, What is wrong with fighting your mandatory? What is wrong with fighting the best competition? What is wrong with losing? I box myself. I've been an amateur boxer for 3 years now. And I've sparred with some guys that I could easily work, and I've sparred with some guys who whoop my ass. There's no difference in how I feel after the sparring session. Because even if I'm doing good, I learn something from it. Even if I'm doing bad, I learn something from it. But let me tell y'all something. Everybody needs their ass whooped. Experience is your best teacher. And if you ain't ever had your ass whooped, when you have faced adversity, it's going to show everything about you. Are you a quitter or are you a warrior? Are you going to get back up, make the adjustment, and get in there and win? Or are you going to allow yourself to be defeated, even standing on your feet? Don't. And that's what I feel like some of these boxers fear. They don't want to lose. And I understand some people are that competitive where they hate losing. I get it. However, there's nothing wrong with fighting the best competition out there and making yourself a bigger star than ever. Conor Benn lost to Chris Eubank in their first match, whooped his ass the second match, whooped Regis Prograis' ass, and it wasn't the best fight for Conor Benn, but I understood why his performance was like what it was. And now he's about to fight Ryan Garcia. So there goes to show you, someone just took their first loss, got in the gym, worked harder so they wouldn't take another loss. Some people just get defeated like they're Prince Nazim and have one loss and think that they can't come back from it. You can. But it's all about what's in your heart. And if you don't have that, then you shouldn't be boxing. Because if boxing is the only way for you to achieve something to inflate your ego even more, then you're doing boxing for the wrong reasons. 100%. So I say all that to say this. Even though I have strong criticisms about the current state of boxing, I am happy with where it's going. I just need these people to fight each other. I just need these people to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? And everything will be cool. I'm really excited after Teofimo Lopez's win over Rolly Romero this past Saturday, because now the welterweight division is even more stacked. And it's even more interesting because you have Teofimo Lopez as the WBA champion, Devin Haney as the WBO champion, and Ryan Garcia as the WBC champion. And I believe the IBF champion is Liam Paro. So I'm hoping that we get a unification fight. I know Ryan is the only person with a fight coming up. So I'm hoping we get in a unification fight between somebody after September 12th. So we'll see what happens, and I'm just curious to see what keeps going next, because at this point I think women's boxing is getting better than the men's, because these women are fighting each other, man. I don't see the women ducking smoke, bro. Like y'all, I watched the Amanda Serrano fight card this past weekend. I think it was last Friday, and y'all, that card was good. Like I was at work, so I could only catch maybe the last three fights, but I went back and looked at the rest of the card, and everything was good. Like, it was good boxing. It was really, really good. So I'm hoping that the men just kind of pick it up and get back to a place where everybody's fighting each other, because 2025 I saw a lot of good matchups. Early 2026 I saw a lot of good matchups. So let's make the rest of the half of this year better. I mean, not even half, just the last 3 months of this year better. Also, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, they can't decide whether they want to have their fight in the States or the UK. And I'm like, why is that even a thing? I definitely think it should be at Wembley in the UK. That's 100,000. That arena can hold 100,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Having it in the States is a plus only because us people in the States will be able to watch the fight. They want everyone to be able to watch the fight. However, it doesn't matter where it is. We're going to watch it. If you're a real boxer, you're going to watch it. But you know, there's the difference between the boxing pugilists and the casuals. And they care more about the casuals, which is smart because the casuals drive business. Without the casuals, you can't get a good return on a pay-per-view. So having it in the States on Netflix or something like that makes all the sense in the world. So I get it, but like I said, sign the contracts, fight these people, and let's get back to how great this sport used to be. Also, people, stop weight draining yourself and fight at your regular weight class. Ain't no point in killing yourself if you can't be the best version of yourself, okay? That's stupid as well. This video has went on way longer than I wanted it to, but that's just my current gripes with the current state of boxing. All that other jive, you know, get it out the window. Let's fight each other, okay? Please. All right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all liked me covering sports, I can cover more sports. I watch MMA, I watch football, I watch basketball. If there's something else y'all want me to cover, or y'all think I should cover more sports on this channel, just let me know, leave a comment or whatever, and I would love to cover more things for you guys. Anyway, I think boxing is still picking up. It just needs to fix those little things. But it's happening little by little. I think you just need one fight to come together to change everything. And maybe that'll just spark the minds of these other boxers. I hope so. Anyway, I went on long enough. I hope everyone has a great day. Drink some water. Okay? I know you ain't drunk water today. Stop making a face. I know. But drink some water. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you believe in, have faith in that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Or if this is the beginning of your day, then a great day in general.